Alright, shit. About to just do. Might have to just spin this off the top of my head because I don't really have like anything kind of like specific to talk about. But actually, let's talk about this. So there's this feeling. There's gonna be this feeling that you get before you like really cross success, and like everybody's honestly felt it. You like on like I filmed a video fucking yesterday, but it's like the time frames and shit are like, obviously when shit gets posted it's gonna be a little bit different, right? That's why I put a hoodie on with the fucking whatever. But this is the day after, right? But you know, kind of like your big indicator for like whether you're gonna like you're touching success and shit like that, right? Is like, bro, like the world is really gonna test you, and like the world is gonna test you, God's gonna test you, like, it don't matter what you believe in, like your higher up is gonna test you, right? And it's basically just like one of them things where it's like, seeing if you're gonna you're gonna break under pressure and shit, right? So like for me, for example, right, bro, yesterday was a big fucking test, and like, and that's happened like multiple times before. It's happened like a couple times, or actually no, never that bad as it was yesterday, right? But like, the world is gonna test you to see if like, you're really about what you like, what you're striving for and shit, right? And that's kind of what it was for me yesterday. And it's like, bro, I'm gonna just give you some. I'm gonna give you some of the symptoms, kind of just like what you're gonna feel, right? Just so like, you kind of know that like it's okay, and that like this is just a normal part of the process, right? But I'm telling you, this shit happens like right before you break through, because it's like the world gotta test you to make sure you can, when they do decide to throw you that football, you catch it, and like you can handle it, right? And like, I mean, to be honest, this shit's not for everybody, but like, you know what I mean? This shit works. It's just you gotta really stick around, and like, you know what I mean? You gotta be willing to go through shit, right? So like, for example, let me give you some like, some like symptoms, right? You're gonna be chronically stressed all the time, right? Yeah, chronically stressed. Let me think. Unmotivated, right? But honestly, motivation only really lasts a week whenever you start something new, bro. Like it honestly comes down to your discipline. Like, bro, like I know some people that gave it their all a little bit, got burnt out and shit. But like, bro, like that's the that's the motive. Like motivation runs out so quick. It's the discipline to keep showing up every day, right? And that's also another way of you showing the world that you're grateful of this opportunity that you have, right? Is because you keep showing up no matter what. Like, for example, for me, like, everybody's gonna be different, right? Like, I'm wired way different than anybody else will. I got a crazy motor on me, but like that doesn't mean I don't feel what you feel, right? I feel the exact same things. But when I'm feeling those things, I'm still working, right? Like, for example, yesterday I'm like at like complete rock bottom, just like fucking, just like shit's just ass, right? But I'm still paying invoice. I'm still paying invoices. I'm still paying people. I'm still sending emails out. I'm still checking up on customers. I'm still doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, right? And this isn't one of those things where it's like, like, oh, look at me, like, oh, tooting my own horn. It's just one of those things where it's like, this is what you got to do to show the world that you're grateful despite, the world fucking kicking you on your ass, right? Like, I was down on my ass yesterday, 100%. I'm still, kind of down on my ass right now. But wait, hold on, my mom calling me. But yeah, basically, like I was saying, bro, like you'll have a lot of these like just like unmotivated and like just fucking honestly just shitty. You just feel shitty, bro. Honestly, like you don't feel like doing anything. You don't even want to touch anything. You don't want to do anything. But like, moral of the story is like you got to show up, because there's a lot of people that like would want the opportunity to be in your position to show up for something like this, right? And that's what you got to fight for, and that's what you got to sit there and like appreciate, right? Because it's like, you know what I mean, like, and like this goes for all stages, right? It's just like even if like you had 3 sales, 30 sales, 300 sales, right? Show up every single day, because people would kill to be in in your position. Even if you have one sale, bro, just like people would kill to be in your position, right? But yeah, just sit there and appreciate, shit like that, right? But yeah, you'll have 100%. You'll have moments where you feel like giving up, and I'm gonna be completely honest. There's been times throughout this entire journey, right, up until this point where I've thought, fuck, a 9 to 5 would be fucking straight, because it's like, you go to work and you're guaranteed to make money, right? And then you're guaranteed shit, right? So yeah, there's been days where I've contemplated, quitting. I've contemplated working a 9 to 5, just and settling with that. But I know for me, and like I said, everybody's different, but I know for me that, that's not my route, and that's not where I belong. Like, I know where I belong, and I've had people tell me where I belong, and just everything like that, you know what I mean? And it's just if you have a strong feeling about something, go and chase it, right? And there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't matter what anybody says in any situation, because at the end of the day, all that matters is that you're happy. And even if you're going through shit, even if you're struggling, even if anything like that, right? No matter how shitty, your situation is, just take it as don't let a bad time period, don't let a period of time, right? Don't let a little, let's say it's a couple hours of bad, right? Don't let a couple hours ruin weeks of you grinding, and weeks of things being good. You know what I mean? Sometimes shit comes crashing down out of nowhere, right? You can never predict it. It just happens, right? But it's one of those things where it's it's just a matter of, if you're just gonna keep getting back up every single time, right? And that's honestly, the most important thing. It's despite you going through shit, you still show up and you still do what you have to do, right? And sit there and really appreciate yourself for being able to do that, because a lot of people wouldn't, right? A lot of people would just, they're going through shit and they're like, okay, yeah, this is the end all be all. Fuck this, I'm not doing it anymore, right? And you gotta realize too that genuinely everything in this world works. You know what I mean? Everything works. There's a way to make everything work, right? The only possible way for something to not work, right? And I'm talking about in this specific situation, right? The only way for it to not work is for you to sit there, or for basically for you to give up, right? For you to, that's when, when you accept defeat, right? And you give up, right? That's when you fail, right? But you failing on the process of, getting to where, you need to be, I wouldn't even consider that, yeah, you fail, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a roadblock or whatever, but at least it's not a permanent one, because it's okay, when you fail, it's boom, it's right here, but then you're still trying to figure out how to get over it, then you end up getting over it, right? But if you give up, this wall stays here and it doesn't move. You don't get past it at all because you gave up, right? That's the only way you can possibly fail in this, and it's okay for things not to go how how it was supposed to go or whatever, right? That's just a part of the game, right? And this entire journey and all these feelings that you're feeling are honestly a part of it. But I just want to sit here and be an advocate to tell you that fuck whatever, all the stuff that is on the internet where it's oh, you shouldn't feel this, you shouldn't feel that. I'm here to tell you that it is genuinely okay to not be okay when you're during this process, right? There's nothing wrong with it. Sit there and feel your emotions and be okay with the fact that you're feeling those emotions, right? Now it becomes an issue when you feel those emotions and you don't get up from it, right? But if you sit there and you sit there and you feel it, you address it, you just sit there and just kind of talk about it, whatever's right, even if it's just talking to yourself about it, right? If you sit there and just pick at it and you get right back up, dude, you already did what 99% of other people wouldn't do. Because I've been kicked on my ass so many times, but I've gotten up every single time, right? So I'm just hoping that you do the same thing. But it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel emotions about this. It's okay to get emotional. It's okay to get frustrated. It's okay to get mad. It's okay to feel shit. There's nothing wrong with feeling shit, But yeah, I think there's just this whole stigma where it's oh, like, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Honestly, bro, fuck whatever's on the internet. Like, every single person is different. You might be like me, but we're still not the same, right? So, you know, if you feel like you want to do this, you want to do that, that's cool, that's you. Do it, right? Don't live your life just because you see somebody else, you know, like, I mean, yeah, somebody could be living the same exact life that you want, but, like, I would say, you know, if the person living your dream life is telling you not to feel these things and whatever, it's like, and you feel those things, it's okay. That's you. You know what I mean? But, yeah, straight up, I mean, I'm kind of doing all these videos just hoping that, like, you know, I don't want to be disingenuous or whatever the word is, but, like, I want to be authentic with this shit, and, you know, I just want to show the side that I think a lot of people on the internet don't show, right? Like, I wouldn't say, like, I'm successful in anything, but, like, I would consider the way that, like, my job shipping journey has been going has been successful because it's been an incline, right? And that's all that matters, is just we're making progress very slow, right? We're doing it the correct way with data and shit like that, right? But yeah, that's besides the point. That's for a different video. But, like, I just want to be an advocate for, you know, or I want to be a, you know, kind of just like a role model in the sense where it's just like, you know, just showing you the authentic side of things and showing you that, like, bro, like, you know, the reality of shit. And, like, but yeah, just showing you, you know, I just wanted to talk today just about, you know, that whole thing of, like, it being okay to feel what you feel. It's okay to, you know, it's okay to feel shit, bro. There's nothing wrong with feeling shit. Like, I know, like, especially as a man, like, they say, like, oh yeah, like, you shouldn't be feeling nothing. Like I said, it's a different story if you're sitting there and you're just moping about it and, like, you don't get up on it. You don't get up, like, you don't do anything, right? You just it just happens, and then boom, like, you just give up, right? That's the issue. But, like, if you want to sit there and you want to just feel that shit for, you know, for some time or whatever, you need time to recollect yourself, it's fine. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to sit here and yell in your face and, oh, bro, you need to get up. Like, don't be a bitch and shit like that, right? That's not the case. That's so unrealistic. I wouldn't want somebody to tell me that, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, right? So, yeah, just, you know, when it does come that time period and when you are experiencing this shit, I hope this video finds the right person, and, you know, or I wouldn't even say I hope, or I want to say finds the right person, but, like, I hope this video finds you and is, you know, like, a sense of comfort for you to let you know that what you're going through is completely normal, because anything you experience emotionally or anything like that is completely normal. There's nothing wrong with it. So, you know, yeah, and, like, yeah, don't be afraid to talk. I mean, I want to say talk to everybody about this shit, but I would definitely, you know, talk to the right people. Like reach out to me. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm come in the Discord, so, you know, reach out to me if you want to hop on a call. We can talk for a bit. Like, I can let you know the ropes of shit, but, like, but yeah, it's okay to feel shit. Believe in yourself, and just, you know, just keep on pushing, bro. Just keep showing up, keep getting up, keep showing up. Even if life kicks you on your fucking ass, you get up, like, just get up. You know, sit there, think about it. Fuck, damn, like, I'm really down on my ass right now. And then show up still, right? Because you're showing the world that you're capable of this blessing of being able to, you know, have this financial freedom and shit like that, right? Get up every time, and, like, you know, even if you gotta hustle extra, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Hey, by any means possible, just do whatever you need to do, and just keep showing up, man. Even if it's just 1% every day, you don't have to do no significant crazy shit, but just 1% every day, just keep showing up. But yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit off track. I'm not, like, following a script or anything, but yeah. These are kind of the things you'll feel when, you know, success is right there. And I'm talking, like, I actually just got off the phone with my really good one of my really good friends, DC. But to put it in perspective, right, or, like, to give, like, a visual representation, right? Okay, so this is me, for example, right? And let's say the iPhone is you know, that like that person that, you know, I'm about to become, that has everything that I want, right? You know, you would say like, oh, there's so many steps, yada yada yada. This is how close I am, right? And I'm having these feelings because I'm right there where I need to be, right? But it's, and then I'm also getting tested a lot because, you know, you're right fucking there, you know? So I just have to keep showing up every single day, doing exactly what I need to do. You know what I mean? And eventually I will be this person, right? And I am going to be this person, right? Believe in yourself. But I'm going to be this person. And, you know, like, I'm here to document it, obviously. But, yeah, it's okay to feel all these things because that's like the world basically kind of giving you that anxiety of like, holy shit, almost there, right? Or I don't know if it's just cut out, but that's basically the world giving you that anxiety that like you're literally almost there. You just got to keep showing up, you know what I mean? Like, the world is about to throw it to you, right? And you got to be ready to catch it and ready to appreciate it and be grateful for it. But, you know, this is that last stretch before you become that next version of yourself that you've been grinding for so long to become, right? So, yeah. Moral of the story is, you know, believe in yourself. And then, you know, like, it's okay to not be okay, right? And then, yeah, you know, like, pretty much everything else I said in this video. I hope, you know, like I said, I hope this reaches the right person at the right time, right? Just so you know that, like, you know, there's whatever you're experiencing, it's completely normal, and you don't have to worry about shit, right? So, yeah. But anyways, I got a Discord. Feel free to like join and ping me if you want to like have a chat, whatever the fuck you want to do. Just hit me up, whatever's right. I'll leave all my links and shit down below too. If you want to hit my DMs, go ahead. If you got questions, you know, like, I mean, I would like to make a video of like, kind of just like the questions that y'all have, and then like, you know, me just like answering them straight up as like best as I can. But yeah. Whatever questions, whatever you want to talk about, like, feel free to hit me up, and, you know, I can answer everything as best as possible. And then, you know, I'm hoping that I can give you, you know, kind of the reassurance that you're looking for in this situation, so you don't feel lost and you don't feel like discouraged by what's going on, or you feel like something's wrong with you, right? So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, don't be too hard on yourself. Believe in yourself. Take shit easy, bro. And just, you know what I mean? Everything's normal. It's okay to not be okay. Right? But anyways, I guess when I got some more shit to talk about, I'll definitely, you know, turn the camera back on and do my thing. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't have an outro, but yeah, take it easy, stay blessed, you know, all glory to God, and keep doing your thing, man.